They believe what they've been told by mainstream news. They bought that, they heard that first and they bought it. I bought it also. But I was challenged by somebody I respect and I had to give them a real answer. And for a few days, I tried to say Trump bad. And every time I came back, I had no information. So I got into it when I found out that I was arguing what most of the people were arguing, and it was all false information. It was all crazy information. So when I realized that, I got really into it. So I started getting real political. And then I tried to share the information. Boy, they don't want to hear it. I don't know how. I'm family. You've known me my whole life. But they believe what's on TV because, I mean, that's the age I guess we live in, is we believe the TV before we believe anything else. And with no information, no proof.
So you're watching developments in Washington, and the Department of Governmental Efficiency
Yes.
is going through all the books now, and they're finding out about the waste. What do you make of that?
I love it. Absolutely love it. I mean, some of the titles of the studies that we're wasting money on is mind-blowing. It's like we already knew, right? We thought we knew. We knew what was going on. But when they say this much was spent to this country and in this amount of time for this cartoon or whatever the case is, that's just crazy for how long they've gotten away with that.
How do you feel about them not spending the money on things like clearing the shrubs and updating the power lines?
Makes me mad. I mean, I don't want to say how I really feel. I don't want to do more curse words, but pisses me off. I mean, why not? Pisses me off. I mean, in the worst way. I mean, why not? You have the money. You have. It means that you can really give a shit about what happens over here with the people, because you don't live here. You know, the people with the money or who manage our money don't live here. They're not part of the community, which is, I guess, the way it was supposed to be. They live somewhere else. They never look back. They don't even drive through here. So I don't even think they could think about us consciously. And they always have the special interest groups that they're taking care of and all that. That works out. Let the special interest group work out one time, you know? One time, maybe, which is my favorite question. And this is before all the Trump stuff. I was following Malcolm X and trying to get into him over Martin Luther King and see what happened with the difference. And from then, the same question he asked, what have they done for you? Just tell me, and I'll back off. And if nothing, then let me go. That's all I'm asking, is to let me reestablish somewhere else. And I point that out. Still, they just overlook it for whatever they saw in the news this morning and what their group is saying on Facebook. And
you saw Trump come here and talk to Bass. I'm pretty sure you followed that press conference.
Yeah, I loved it. I loved it. And that's what we want, right? Everybody claimed they wanted the president to speak up for us. We wanted to to be open and transparent. That's what he was. We wanted a president that would call people out on their stuff. And he did that. But it was kind of funny how she just mulled over and kept talking and smiled through it, because they're going to edit, you know?
Was he right when he said people want to get back to their properties right away?
Yes. When this happened, National Guard came and made a line, and there was tons of people just standing there asking, can I check on my house? I don't even know if it's standing or not, and they wouldn't let them through. My uncle, he found out he had to sneak through over by JPO. There was a road that he found and made it in here. Other than that, nobody was allowed up here. They didn't know if their property was still here. Looters were getting in here. They found some people stealing. They made it in here, but nobody was allowed to come in here either to protect their property or stay in it for that matter. Because they said because of the power, there was no running water.
Seems like the government in California gets into your business quite a bit.
A lot of it. In California, they stay in it. It's nonstop. It's a tax here or something here. They're all over you when they want to file some kind of complaint against a person. And trust me, I get put over a lot for nothing. So I have learned a lot about the law and 14th Amendment, 4th Amendment, 5th Amendment even. I mean, and more about my first. So
this area has been traditionally very Democrat. Do you think the fire is going to change people's opinion?
I hope so. I can't say that anybody is listening any more than before, but I haven't had the opportunity to visit like I used to in Conjugate, you know, so I hope so. I mean, I think they have their eyes open because they haven't seen anything.
Think California could flip to red?
Yeah, I think so. I think there's enough passion up here to do it if the information is served right. And I hope Trump, sticking to his word, being the president of his word, influences just enough people to influence the rest. Because, you know, a lot of people don't want to look at it because they have this fake rage against him. So I think that once the word starts to pass from the right people, I think it'll flip. I think it could.
Have you heard of Gavin Newsom talking to investors and speculators?
When the fire was still burning. I saw an interview with him. So we're talking, and he was smiling to talk about the Hawaii's from Maui, of all places. Yeah. The last thing we want to hear here is that you were talking to somebody that of another burned area, crazy, suspiciously burned area, about the development of Altadena while the fire is burning, and you got a name 2.0, LA 2.0. You don't even come up here. Why would you establish a plan for somebody up here unless you know they can't afford to rebuild?
Has the governor been up here?
I haven't seen him, or heard, or seen an interview. He was near here when, like I said, when the fire was burning. In the background, I'm not sure what part he was in, but literally saying he wanted to talk, or he had been in talks with developers to rebuild the place.
The reporter said to him, "How comes you've run out of water at your fire hydrants?" And he said, "The local people got to sort that out." What's your message for this man?
That's as scandalous as get. That's just that's proof in itself that he don't care. I mean, there's no concern or shit's given. I'm sorry, but for what happened or for what's happening.
You have any issues with Karen Bass? How she handled it?
Well, that's the one that was gone, right? And she was on vacation. Well, she could have flown back the day. I mean, she finished her vacation, so that's his by itself. I mean,
she was on a presidential delegation visit to Ghana to see his swearing in, the president's swearing in of Ghana.
In my opinion, you stayed gone because you knew what was going to happen. That's how I felt, because she didn't fly right back. This is your area. Come back and talk to the people. The homeowners, the ones who didn't have anywhere to go that night, that slept in their cars. I mean, looking for water and food from each little setup, quick, what do you call it when everybody's donating food and stuff? Right. They had to eat from there that night, Get on a plane, come home, come check it out, come see for yourself, if nothing else.
She's an African-American lady and a leader.
I hate DEI if you go in there. I can't stand the D. I fight at home about it every day.
To be fair, she was elected.
Yeah, but what's elected? Remember, they changed the definitions of everything. So what is elected?
Did she fail to have empathy with African Americans as much as they'd hoped she would?
I'm not one of those blacks that say, help me because I'm black and all this other stuff, but all of them. Obama, what's the one that yells all the time? There's been in office for 100 years? No, the lady. Oh,
Jesse Jackson?
Sharp.
Oh, I know that one.
Sharp Tongue? That's Al Sharp Tongue. That dude is a beast of his own. Yeah. But the lady, Maxine Waters. Oh my God, they've never done anything for any particular group of blacks. Period. I mean, they bark in front of them, promise. And this is the thing: they promise everything right here in front of them, and give them nothing. Matter of fact, it just reminded me of Al Sharptongue had interviewed the Black Caucus after Obama was elected. They were complaining that he hadn't done anything for the community. And I didn't know Al Sharpton was his campaign manager. He was Obama's campaign manager. That's the worst. And then you know it because you keep him hidden. He's doing everything behind the scenes. But he told them, when they asked why wasn't Obama doing anything for him, he said he said he never said he would. Straight out. He said he didn't do nothing, but he never said he would. So, and walked out on him. So that goes to show they don't care.